another male who's there, even if that male is there with a female, befriend that female to find out who that male's friends are at the event, because people know people who like to do things. There's all kinds of ways. I think she could
go to different. I mean,
go to different venues, change up her schedule.
Right, change if
she's a 9 to 5 person normally, go do something at 7 a.m. or stay late and go do something at 6 p.m. to try to see.
To meet the different people.
The different people at the different times.
Right, and that like to do the things that she likes to do. I agree with you. Able to. If you're in a relationship, I mean,
you can be married.
In a married relationship and the phone ring, why should they say, oh, okay? They can say, pick it up, hello, so-and-so's in the shower. Is there a message? Okay, and then be done with it, and that person shouldn't get upset to the fact, why you picked up my phone?
Oh, yeah,
to me, at that point, there's a guilt issue going there. You're doing something that you shouldn't. If you gotta go now, every time you lay your phone down, then there's a trust issue on that point. If every time they have to go,
if you lay your phone down, but can they pick it up?
But they can. I mean, I don't think it should be set on lock. You know how some people gotta lock their phone or whatever. Yeah, it's very much.
It's easy to remember the truth if you're telling the truth,
right?
To whoever. So now you don't have to worry about remembering.
Did I say
just
that?
Tell the truth, and then again, so you could never, there would never be anything that you lied about.
Right.
Now, whether that person trusts you or not, I think it's really, with me, it would be them. They would just have some trust issues. Because my main thing is I'm gonna be like a open book all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my number one strategy.
Be open.
Yeah.
Now I got to go with him. When if I date a woman now, right out if I got a lot of female friends, she gonna know it. So she gonna have to know that, hey, if we go to the mall and I see some female, I'm not gonna be that guy. Oh, I can't speak to her because I'm with my girl. If I have to be that guy, I can't be with you.
So would you, if you out with your friend and you with your girl and a female comes up and say, hey,
I'm gonna introduce exactly. And I'm not gonna disrespect her.
How would you introduce? Would you say this is my lady so and so? Or would you just say this is Sharon?
Depending on where we are in our relationship. If she at the point where I'm calling her my woman, then hey, this is my. Some women don't like to be called that.
Right. I wouldn't even say that. I would just introduce you as your name. They should know. If we together now, if the woman say something disrespectful and she see we together, then I got to check her. But it ain't really about that. If we're together, I'm just going to introduce you by name, and they really don't even need to know what our relationship is. They don't really because if you see us together, it should be automatically understood.
I don't think so.
Unless something happened to where that woman touched you or something. I'm like, hold up, man.
If she's my wife, I'll say this is my wife. If we have gotten engaged, I'll say this is my fiance.
Right. But the ring should be showing that.
Well, she might not check all that now.
Right.
If a woman come up and she ain't checked that, at this age and stage, to me, a woman better not to come up to me and I'm with somebody and she ain't looked at the situation because she should.
That may be my coworker.
Because if she know me, but still they should know you well enough to know you.
My coworker don't know well enough to know.
Then your coworker ought to know if you're in a relationship or not. Because you would obviously. They can't just come up to me any kind of way. And particularly if you see me with somebody, you gonna touch me. You ain't looked at the woman finger or see how close we are together. You know what I'm saying? The non-verbal or the mannerism should show you how close are we standing together. How you know what I'm saying? You got to look at everything. Now, if she's standing over there and I'm over here and we acting like buddies, you may misread that and think we just buddies. But if you see how close we are together, then you know that's a couple. You're going to treat me otherwise, then I'm going to have to check you. But you don't want to disrespect nobody, but you don't want them to disrespect you either. So I'm hoping that the person can read a situation. Don't come up on me.
I think it's about addressing. So what happens, what the feelings get hurt or there's off when women approach, if you all are a couple, or I see you all together, and I know you, I'm familiar, but I don't say, hey, how are you? It's great, we're friends.
Right.
Hey, Terrence, good to see you. Give me a hug.
Mm-hmm.
But I've addressed you.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is when the addressing doesn't happen.
Right.
When I just come up
Right.
say, hey Terrence, how are
And
you?
ignore her.
Right.
And if
Right.
or
yeah,
even if I do it after that.
Right.
You've had 2 seconds too long to wonder who I am.
Right. And you not addressing it.
And
And I've had that issue
Right.
before.
So it's
I
about, from a woman's perspective,
Right.
acknowledge
It's,
that woman.
it's
I mean,
respect.
I mean,
It's
you do
calm, it's
introduce.
respect.
Yes.
You
And-
introduce,
and-
but you said whether
but-
you introduce them by name or by title.
Right.
This is my fiance. This
But
is
even
my,
before that, to
Right.
not get you in trouble,
Right.
a real woman that's secure
Right.
is going to come up to a couple and address the woman.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you? It's
But
good
now,
to see
a man
you.
have to do
I'm
that
so-
because
Same
if I
similar.
walk up on, I may know her but don't know him.
That's the same
But
thing.
I'm gonna say how y'all doing. I'm gonna let them know I'm speaking to both of us.
Right.
But that's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying,
just gonna say her and
And
then
I
skip
had
him.
an issue of that where the woman, they had been dating before, you know, and so the woman came up to what is now my date, my boyfriend or significant other, and she totally ignored the fact that I was standing there. He continued to go
Engage
with that,
her.
engage
Yeah,
her.
see?
Then when
Wrong.
she walked away, she said, "Hey," and walked off. So, yes, I checked him,
Yeah,
and then
you
I
told-
told
yeah,
him,
I
and I
know
said,
That's
I
wrong.
said, right.
Yeah, that's
I
I'm looking
told
at her
him-
brother like,
Yeah,
right.
she's
I
all-
already know you checked the
Right. She's not just telling it, she's reliving it.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and he proceeded to say, well, there wasn't. She didn't mean any harm by that. You don't justify. I said,
Right.
I am a woman. I know exactly what she meant. I said, and you fed into that because you allowed her to do it. So you gave her power over
Right.
the situation to make it seem as though she is more important than I am.
Wow, you
And
got deep
could-
on her.
Yeah,
That
I
was
said
pretty-
because
she told the truth.
yeah, I
though.
said because what you should
Yeah,
have
I
done was you should have backed her up, and especially since she whispered in there. Now the only
Oh,
reason
yeah.
why we were one in church, two my son there. Oh, but you know,
And that was
Really?
that was an ex too. You know,
yeah.
You don't let
So,
no ex
I
come
mean,
up and you gonna
but you wanna-
disrespect
Yeah.
the
Okay,
the
that's
woman that
it.
you're with.
Right, and then and then you're gonna try to justify it by saying, "Oh, she didn't mean any harm." You know, she was just saying hi, or she was saying so. One, she was whispering. There's no whispering going on here. If you can't say it out loud, then
Right.
you don't need to say it at all to him.
True.
Two, you addressed me and with me standing here because you're not in this place. I am. And then you go ahead and you speak to him out loud. You don't need again to be whispering. If you can't say it out loud, then you
Agreed.
need to keep it stepping.
Agreed.
You know? So, but my whole thing was he tried to justify why she did it instead of acknowledging the fact that it was wrong. It was disrespectful.
I will say, now women have to realize sometimes men, we just don't see things the way that y'all do.
Right.
It may be little or nothing to us,
Right.
and it's a big deal to you. So what I would say, because I may have done that, and I didn't mean in disrespect.
Here's what I
But
anyhow.
now once you let me know that something like that bothers you, now I won't do it again.
Yeah.
But don't cut my head off the first time. If that's the first time, let me know, okay, that's how you feel. Especially if we just getting to know each other,
No, that
or
wasn't just
or
getting
this
to know.
situation haven't ever came up. Now,
But
if I
still,
know
you
you,
know the woman
because I
coming
can
up.
tell right now, and I only known her for about an hour, that she wouldn't be the type of woman that I would let that happen to. I would have to. I already know that. But if I didn't know that, I might have just went on with the conversation also and didn't think nothing of it.
You know, that, but but
Because
I think at
me
this
and we
stage,
just don't think that deep about it.
I would. Ain't no woman gonna come up to me that no ex, and then gonna try to just talk to me and not acknowledge, you know.
Yeah.
But did you already know she was an ex?
Yeah, she knew.
You knew that was an ex, right? Yeah, that's an ex gonna come up like that because like you said, then because she's trying to have power. Like I can still get him. or I
Right,
got
like
power.
I
You-
still
That's my
got.
game.
That's why that's the
Yeah.
ex, and you make her know, and you gotta let her always know that she the ex
So
for a
let me ask
reason.
you this: was her being the ex the bigger factor,
Correct.
or just the?
No,
The
it was just the
disrespect was-
disrespect, period, because women, like she said, a real woman acknowledges and know that you respect that woman at all times that's on that man's side. So you're going to speak to her, give her eye contact, one, to let her know, I respect you, I'm not trying to disrespect you and talk to your man outside of
Right.
of
I'm
the
just gonna say
relationship.
hi,
I'm just
I am
going to say hi,
insignificant. This is
insignificant,
just-
I'm not trying to be
Right.
anything other than, and then go on. That woman
I
then,
got
at
you.
that point, she understands that you understand her,
Right.
and she has no problem with it. But it's etiquette.
It's like woman code.
Right.
There's bro code.
There's woman
There's
code.
woman code.
Right.
There's certain things that it's like,
Y'all need to
You
write
just
the
don't
book
do
because every woman don't know the code.
Oh,
Every man don't know the
but it
code.
takes a woman to raise a woman.
woman.
And so usually that tree and apple aren't far from each other, right? In terms of what that looks
Because
like.
we know the games that
We're gonna keep
games
it
that
posted.
people play, so you just know that that's not.
Okay.
You don't play games like that, you know. And they were still reluctant to do anything about it. So, you know, I was like, okay, if it happened again, if you don't check it, I will.
But ultimately, that was a flag,
Right.
which is why
Right,
probably
now we're
today-
not together. Exactly.
Guys, look, we didn't tackle some subject matters here today, in the matter of that hour. So, we're gonna wrap it up, but I hope everybody that listened in got what they came for. We're gonna be here again next Thursday at 7 o'clock, same time. And so you see how, Let's Talk Relationships plays out, how that go. So we appreciate y'all joining in. I appreciate the whole panel. We're gonna be here every Thursday. Anybody got any closing words or arguments? You're in court.
Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you all. There's not a show without you, so please come back every Thursday, 7 o'clock, and join us.
Okay. Let me ask you also before we. Is this on demand or will they be able to watch it later, Lavender?
Mm-hmm. In the group.
In the group, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't have anything other than tell you young guys, put these video games down, because I keep hearing women telling me that they tired of their man playing with these video games and ignoring them. 'Cause all of us are not playing video games. So while you playing the video game, there's some men out there that's not. They playing your woman. So you better put that video game
All
up.
right.
All right. That's a tough act to follow, but I would just say continue to know who you are before you try to get into a relationship.
Exactly.
Because if you don't know who you are, it's destined to fail.
Love it.
All right, you guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. You.
All right, y'all knocked it out the park.
You are.
You understand her, and she has no problem with it. But it's etiquette.
It's like woman code.
Right.
There's bro code,
There's woman
there's
code.
woman code.
Right.
There's certain things that it's like, usually that tree and apple aren't far from each other, right?
Right.
In terms of what that looks
Because
like.
we know the games that
Remember to keep it
you
posted.
play, so you just know that that's not.
Okay.
You don't play games like that, you know. And they were still reluctant to do anything about it. So, you know, I was like, okay, if it happened again, if you don't check it, I will.
Ultimately, that was a flag,
Right.
which is why.
Why
probably
now
today-
we're not together. Exactly.
Guys, look, we didn't tackle some subject matters here today, in the matter of that hour. So we're gonna wrap it up. But I hope everybody that listened in got what they came for. We're gonna be here again next Thursday at 7 o'clock.